Okay, we are streaming and the channel is live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
Yay.
I'm Christiana Ellis, and I am the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, from right to left, Nobilis as Kantan. Uh,
Muted.
Hey, Catherine is silent.
he,
Sorry. Hi there.
Liberdette as Flounce.
Hello. We're gonna get in trouble.
uh, uh, Video free, but still here with us, Jason Banks as Exel.
He was Canthan the Silent. I am Exel the Faceless.
David Archambault as Dianok.
This coin. What does it mean? Wait, there's something happening?
And Paul Weimer as Xenophon.
The Ashen Heir's intrigue has caught us in their coils. What troubles will we next have to try and foil? Their plots and schemes here have us embroiled.
Ooh. So, indeed, this is we last left the Order of the Golden Prawn in media res, so to speak, mid-adventure, and there's a lot going on. So let me let me explain. No, there's too much. Let me sum up. You have traveled to the land of Akarin Sungar, and this location has an interesting history, where many like centuries ago, there was a demon that attacked the realm, and eventually, the people who lived there were able to fight it off and defeat it, and then lived for 3 centuries in relative peace. But after a while, they eventually the history says the society fell to excesses and corruption and complacency, and the demon Zolmate Shab returned. And as the demons beset the city, everyone prayed to the Sunweaver, the local deity, and an angel sent by the Sunweaver answered, came to the city, and after a big battle, defeated the demon. However, the angel now says, well, if this happens again, the demon may be too strong to defeat. So in order to prevent that, the angel decided to stay and rule in place of the land's mortal leaders. And that has led to many years of relative peace. It has been 50 years since that happened. And it has been peaceful enough that people are starting to wonder if they really do need to keep still following all of Atash the Angel's extremely rigid rules, like curfews and banning plays and these sorts of things. It's a complicated decision. But one of these plays in question is known as The First Queen, and it is about the mortal queen who led armies to defeat of the demon the first time, which has been banned because it glorifies human rule as opposed to angelic rule. But an actor, a famous actor who wants to perform in this play, invited the Order of the Golden Prawn to attend a performance of it. As the party came to the region in the plaza where they were supposed to meet this actress before the performance, there was an attack. A bunch of people in Ifriti masks, known as the Ashen Heirs, decided to stage a protest where they were causing a lot of property damage, and apparently inadvertently summoned a purple worm with the annoying noise that their magical voice amplifiers made. You were able to defeat the purple worm, and the Bright Guard, who are the servants of the region's angelic ruler, apprehended the Ashen Heirs, and a servant of Atash the Angel, who is another angel called Ashtavarda. Wait, no, hang on, sorry. Um, I can say it right. Artavazda greeted you and thanked you for your help and asked if you would be interested in working directly for the Bright Guard in helping to uh, keep keep the upcoming festival celebrations peaceful by helping to deal with these sorts of violent protesters. But just as you are considering the question, you discover that in the process of scooping up and apprehending these ashen heirs, your friend, the actress, was also found in the area and has been. It was said that she's a known agitator, and her presence at the time of this attack is suspicious, and they're taking her in for questioning, promising that if she is innocent, she will be released. So you didn't want to officially sign on to help the Bright Guard, but Artavazda suggested that you travel to a place called the Ruse Bazaar to see some of the after effects of some of the attacks that the Ashen Heirs have been doing. You made your way there, and you were asking around, and sure enough, there had been more of these anarchists attacking merchants, and they were looking for some sort of a magic bottle. You made your way to a rug merchant who apparently has a back room specializing in contraband. And just as you discovered this, you discovered that some of these Ashen Heirs had already broken into this back room from the outside door, had found this magic bottle, and zoomed away on a magic carpet as you watched. And so now we're going to begin tonight by rolling initiative.
All right.
Hey.
I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do about it on a flying carpet. Those things are fast, but
Depending on how far they are. Yeah.
wow. Okay.
Uh,
Oh, my roll 20 crash. Come back. Come back, please.
There.
There we are.
I went ahead and put in my Dex mod, so for help for sorting.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, there's some high initiative rolls here.
Yeah, I don't really roll that high. Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. So the Ashen Heirs have a dex of +2.
Okay.
Hey.
That worked out.
Yeah. I might just get
All
to
right.
try my trick.
Yes. So where things stand right now is that we had Exel and I believe Flounce were the ones that went to go look in the back room because Canthan and Xenophon. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exel and Dianok went to check the back room. Xenophon and Canthan were talking to the rug merchant, buying a fancy rug to try to butter him up while the others investigated. Flounce, where were you?
I'm probably randomly situated somewhere in there just feeling up all the carpets.
Okay. So this is not a very big place. So, but certainly those of you who are looking in the secret room had only just found the secret door and opened it. So you're really still all in the same area. But what you see through this secret room is a back door where two of these individuals in masks had just hopped on. You know, they looked like they were maybe still looking through stuff, but when you appeared there, they decided it was time to go. They're definitely carrying some kind of a bottle, and they have just started off in the magic carpet. So to be clear, they are not still right there at the back door. They did get off a little bit, so they're starting 120 feet away.
Oh,
Was
that all?
Yeah.
Oh God. My bard wants to do something reckless and stupid, and I need to resist this because
Wow.
it would so work though.
Yeah. So, Exel, it is your turn to start. And we don't have a battle map for this one. It's just,
Theater
of the mind. Yes, exactly.
Right. And they're 120 feet away. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Not even my dash can do something about that.
Well, what's the range of your Eldritch Blast?
I think they're right at the edge. I think they're right at the edge of it. To be fair with you.
Right. So move forward until they're inside it, and then use your Elvish Blast and blast them both right off the flying carpet.
Yeah. I guess I'll try that. Unless because did they grab those magic carpets from in here?
Well, they have one. You don't know where they got it
Yeah.
necessarily.
Mm. Well, I'll yell out to everyone. They robbed the place. They're on magic carpets, and
Just
How
on the
big-
one, or are they each on one?
There's one. There are two
Okay.
of them riding
Yeah.
one magic carpet.
and how big is the window they went out of?
It's a door.
Oh, it's a door.
It's a door.
Oh.
It was the back door of the place that they broke in.
So then, yeah, after I say that, yeah, I'm gonna step out and Eldritch blast them.
Okay. Are you trying one blast on each or something? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see those rolls.
23.
Okay. That's going to hit.
Right. And 12.
A 12, believe it or not, also does hit.
Okay.
They're not heavily armored, but let me just double check because they do have a specific rule for getting knocked off the flying carpet, but you have your the pushing effect that you can do. So I want
Right.
to try to make sure I'm
Giving
so
them their appropriate chance.
yeah, so let's see, because there's one of them is controlling it. The other one, the one who's not controlling it, I think has no like he is just pushed off of it. The magic effect just does that. And I think, yeah, so I think that is the one who's holding the magic bottle because it makes sense that you have one's driving, one's holding, right? Let's see this. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where the specific. It had a rule on here. Where was the dex save? Okay. So what I'm going to do is, because one of them is currently controlling a fast magic carpet, and it's kind of trying to keep up, I'm going to give the one who's driving a dex save to avoid being knocked off of it. But it will, he certainly has the potential to fail that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just confused because I could have sworn that there was a specific thing that said, if something might knock them off, do this. And now I can't find it. But that's fine. I'm just going to rule it. So the one of them is blasted off and falls 15 feet to the
ground.
The ground, and only 1 point of damage, but he does land prone. The other one is gonna make a dex save.
Is that the one with the bottle that fell?
Yes.
Okay.
And so he gets a 16, and I think that you see the carpet, like he's knocked forward, but the carpet kind of swoops down to catch him. And so their forward momentum is temporarily stopped. Not to mention the fact that his buddy was knocked off, but he is still on the carpet and controlling it.
Okay.
But roll the damage for each of those hits.
Yeah, 2 and 7 respectively.
Okay. And okay, Xenophon.
This is reckless, but this is going to work. I grab Canthan's hand, says, "Let's go," and I dimension door the two of us onto the magic carpet.
Wow. Okay. So, I'm very excited about this. I'm just trying to See, the thing is, the magic carpet's not that big.
Oh.
Right,
Yeah.
so you might need to
Um,
make like deck saves or something to stay on board.
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have all three of you. The current pilot needs to make another one, and the two of you also need to make one to try to stay on this magic carpet.
May I suggest
it
if
is-
it's a
Yeah.
may I suggest that if it's a 2-person carpet, whoever rolls the 2 highest stay on board.
Yeah, yeah, okay. The one caveat is that it currently is pilot controlled by the person who
Yeah.
said the magic word.
Oh yeah,
Right.
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I do like that though. So, and I think technically speaking, it has a carrying capacity enough that it could hold all three, like weight wise.
Right.
But it's only 4 feet by 6 feet. And so it's really not enough room for three like people in battle mode. So
Yeah.
what?
It's
so,
really a flying beach blanket.
okay. So all right. So here's what's happening. I need dexterity saves from Xenophon and Dianok, and I'm also
All right.
making one for the
Get
pilot.
that anyway.
Can't.
Canthan.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you. Okay,
No,
I
I go.
misunderstood.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I
Well,
think the bard's gonna take a tumble.
so it is actually the pilot that got the lowest. And so I think the two of you popping up onto the carpet just kind of like shove him off. I'm going to give him.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you know what? I think that he falls off. He's gonna fall the 15 feet and land prone. He takes 5 damage falling. However, because he is no longer riding the magic carpet, it's just gonna fall.
Okay.
Well, okay.
And so I think that the two of you also need to you know what? Like this is all a very chaotic thing. I will allow you to make acrobatics checks to see if you can.
Oh, acrobatics. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bard is not an acrobatic.
This is not to avoid the falling damage. This is to see if you can not be prone.
19. Yeah.
There you go.
14.
There you go. I think both of you manage the flying carpet as it sinks. You're able to stay on it and controlled just enough to kind of hop down off of it rather than fall tumbling. And you know what? I think I'll go ahead. You don't take fall damage. But so you now have the flying carpet has been stopped, and these two are currently both prone at your feet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dianok.
Okay. Theonok is going to move through the room out in the direction of these people.
Mm-hmm.
Dash, and then do Missy step to go to get even further.
Okay, so you would be within 30
Okay.
feet of where they are now then.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, the chase well, so we'll see. I think what happens first here is that the carpet
Maybe it flies back. I mean, it already saved this guy from falling once. Maybe it just flies back to him.
Yeah, I think that it does. And I think the two of them are able to use their movement because it is their turn now, and it is they use their movement to stand up and hop back on the flying carpet. But they have already, I think the flying carpet has a rule about let's see, it moves according to your spoken directions provided you are within 30 feet of it. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that You know, yeah, it does. It has its own movement. So I think, they can just command it. So I think they are actually able to hop back up onto it and get 60 feet.
Do I get do I have a reaction to make an attack of
Yes.
opportunity?
Yes. I
Okay.
think on one or the other of them.
Okay. Can't use a thrown weapon though. It has to be melee, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I will use my quarterstaff and whack the one that has the bottle.
Okay.
And that's a sentinel attack, which means if I hit him, his speed goes to 0.
So here's the question: Are where at what point are you hitting him? You suppose.
Well, I can't do it until he's ready to move out of my.
See, the problem is if
range.
he is not the one piloting the carpet and he's just
Yeah.
sitting on it, then reducing his speed to 0 doesn't
okay.
stop the
Doesn't
carpet
even
from
move
flying
him,
away.
yeah.
All right, then I'll hit the pilot.
Can you
Okay.
hit the carpet?
I'll hit the pilot.
You
I was
could
gonna
hit
ask
the
same
carpet.
thing. Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing. Could you hit the
I
carpet?
don't want to destroy a wonderful thing like that. So
Yeah.
Okay.
uh 25.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
8 points of damage.
Okay. And I think so with this sentinel ability to stop the speed, like how do you actually interpret that? What's the flavor of that? What does it look like?
Yeah, okay. It depends on whether they're moving towards me or away. If they're moving towards me, I'm seeing it as a kind of a stop thrust,
Mhm.
where I'm putting the weapon between them and they can't come forward because it's
Mhm.
stopping them there. On the way out, I'm seeing it more like a tripping sort of attack, tangling their feet.
Okay.
Um,
What I'm going to say here is that you kind of you sort of hit him and you've positioned yourself where like the rug is trying to follow his spoken instructions
yeah,
and he realizes, oh gosh, if it just keeps doing that, I'm just going to be skewered. So
Okay.
so he tells the rug to stop because he needs to have it change directions.
right.
So at the moment, the two of them are on it, and but they got 5 feet in the air, but then he had to stop it because he has to change direction. So they are
Right.
currently at the moment not flown away, but they are on the carpet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. That's it. That's
Well, and of course it's your turn now too.
right. So I am going to use my first attack to pull the net from my belt and throw it on the guy with the bubble, with the bottle.
Okay. All right. He makes a dex save for that, or
Nope, I have a roll to hit.
Okay.
21.
Nice. That hits.
And so with a net, he is restrained until it is freed.
Okay.
I'm going to use my next attack to grapple him.
Okay.
So
And
that's
he
going to be
would
an athletics check.
Yeah, and so he'll be making his check with
Disadvantage because he's restrained.
Yeah, hang on. Which
26. I don't think he's going to beat that.
I think probably not. Yeah, just checking his skills, and no, he is incapable of rolling high enough to beat the 26.
Okay. And I am going to haul him 15 feet away from the carpet.
Okay.
Back towards the merchant's house. And I've got one attack left. But I'm not going to use it to actually attack him. I've got the staff in the other hand. I'm going to say, surrender or beat the snot out of you.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, the thing is, he is such a soft-spoken, gentle guy that I only rolled a 6.
Okay. So I mean, you have got them in a precarious situation.
Yeah.
But I think you don't further scare them. Is what that comes down to.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think you've essentially got them.
Got
Stuck
one
here.
of them anyways.
Oh, one of them,
right? But sufficient to the point where we're gonna drop out of initiative, and the one in the with the carpet, I think brings it just high enough to be slightly out of reach, but he's clearly staying in the area. And the other one is saying, wait. I mean, we'll give you the bottle. We'll tell you whatever you want, but just you got to let us go before the bright guard comes.
I'm going to look at my companions because I'm not going to make this decision all by myself.
Neither do
If
I.
you
Yeah,
want
what-
us,
Enoch is considering.
what do you
doing
need the
their
bottle for?
original plan,
Exel.
which was
Yeah.
You're all talking once. I can't.
Sorry. I was gonna say Exel would speak up and say, if you don't want to be here when the bride guard comes, get down here, return the magic carpet and the bottle, and tell us why you want the bottle.
Okay, I mean that's what we're saying.
All right, all right,
I mean,
let's head back into
I-
the secret room and close things up.
no. I mean, we'll tell you what we need. I mean, look, and he lowers, listen, I'll land the magic carpet when you let the net off of him. We will tell you what you need to know, but here fast, and then you got to let us go.
What do you say, guys? I'm interested in hearing what they have to say.
Yeah.
Pick the
sure.
You can make your own intimidation check if you wanted, Axel, for kind of just adding on there.
Oof. 15.
Okay. Yeah, I think they say, listen, okay, look, you're very scary. We are not going to mess around with you, but please, just look. We work for the Ashen Heirs. Our cell leader is a guy named Navid. He's very wise. He said we needed the bottle. We don't know what it is or what it does. He just told us to get it. But he hides out, and there's an abandoned temple in the old city. You just there's lots of people who go through there. If you're wearing the masks and you know the password, you can get in.
Give us the masks, give us the password, and give us
And you
the
can go.
carpet and the bottle, and you can go. Yes.
Okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And they take off their masks, and they're just ordinary
They're just
people.
good.
Yeah. They take off the masks, and they say the password is "Let the embers light the way." And here's the bottle, and he lands the magic carpet. It's like, okay, deal, right? Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Go on.
They scamper off into the alleys.
And Exo looks at you guys and says, it doesn't sound like the Bright Guard are very benevolent to their prisoners. If they were that afraid of being caught by them.
No, that's why I'm worried about my friend.
Yeah, and I'm worried that this angel may not be all that angelic.
Or more lawful neutral than lawful good.
You
That's
know,
what I'm worried about.
in some beliefs, there were some angels who did some very nasty things.
I think about this time Wells pokes her head out the door and says, "Hey, you guys have fun?"
Never better.
I think we also should get out of the way before
Go
Before the
inside.
Bright Guard.
Are you going back to the rug merchant, or?
I think we have some questions for him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we'll just say then that all of you make your way back to that same back door, and as you're entering it, Imad, the rug merchant, is like, so I do have a little side business in contraband, but I cannot thank you enough for rescuing these for me. Please come in inside. Let's close it up before we attract attention.
Yes, I agree.
One of the first things you can do once everything's closed and we have privacy, one of the first things you can do is tell us what this jar is, because either you tell me or I will find out myself.
Well, yes, I'll be happy to. Please, can I?
Yeah.
We're all inside.
Yeah.
We're all inside. And
He's gesturing for you to hand it to him. Please, I need to make sure that it's not damaged.
I think it's in your hands, Campan. So you choose.
I'm going to look it over. Does it look damaged?
It seems to be a magic bottle of some kind. It does not look damaged.
Doesn't look damaged to me.
Well,
Mhm.
okay. Well,
How
so
about you tell us what it is, because that's relevant to why these peaks might want it.
well, all right. Except that I'm vaguely feeling now like you have saved it from being stolen by them, just so that you can steal it from me yourselves.
We just want to know. Okay, we just want to know what it is. I'm going to hand it to Dianok, um, and say we're not stealing it. We just want information.
And you know, my method of finding out what it is purely, just an identify spell. You know, will not cause any damage to it whatsoever. Will take some time, or you could inform me of what it is, and uh, we will. I think we'll just take the information and leave.
Ah, all right. I mean, I feel like I was very inclined to generously reward the people who stopped the thieves, but now I feel like I'm being interrogated.
We're just trying to find some information. We've been dropped in a situation here, and none of us like to being manipulated, and we're being manipulated by forces outside of our ken, and we need to know
You
more.
don't think I have a good reason for being discreet about my back room full of contraband?
Oh no, indeed,
Oh, yeah.
no, indeed.
Yes, we understand that, but if these cultists were so driven to blatantly in the open intimidate,
Look. Okay, I'll tell you. I don't know what the magic bottle is. I found it at a bazaar. I was just trying to save face, but oh no, you had to make a big deal about it and act like I'm doing something improper just because I'm selling illegal contraband.
Dinar's gonna go ahead and just set the bottle down and just start running identify on it.
All
Did
right.
Find out.
did these
I'll
cultists
even-
ask about any
I'll
of it?
definitely share what it is, so you know what you can use it for, if or what you can sell it for.
Well,
It may itself be very contraband, depending on what you find. So tell us about this. So tell us about this. While
So,
my colleague works, tell me about contraband.
no.
here,
Give me a moment, okay? I was prepared to give you the magic carpet, but now I feel like I must insist that no matter what you identify that bottle as, it is mine. I will offer you the magic carpet, but the bottle is not to be kept by you. It is mine.
I think that's a reasonable thing.
Yeah.
But I still want to find out what it is.
That was the plan.
All right. I feel like you could let me hold it. This is all feeling very fraught.
you wonder how
Feel
we
free
feel.
to sit here
I'm
and
the victim here.
Oh, we're all victims.
How are you victims?
not.
We
We're not. We're just antsy.
he's going ritually casting identify, by the way.
Okay.
yeah.
So that's going to take 11 minutes.
Yeah.
So he's just standing there like, so, you still buying that rug?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We
That-
didn't. We never
alright.
finished the arrangements. I was going to. And I figure a really nice, very large rug probably is going to be on the hundreds of gold pieces.
I think we had said it was 250, I think is what we
Right,
said.
right.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say I wanted it, delivered to the transfer gem. With instructions to send it to our lodge and I'll pay the extra shipping in order to make all those arrangements. I'm sure this is the kind of thing you've done before, being a fancy
Yes,
rug merchant as you are.
Yes, absolutely. I'm just please forgive my heightened emotions here. It's been a very stressful day.
Oh yeah,
I-
oh
I-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
no,
Oh yes. Yes. The purple worm was stressful enough.
I don't even know. Okay, I'm
The purple
talking
worm
about.
we fought earlier before.
I'm talking
It's just
about
different.
mages in Ifriti masks, making a mess of the bazaar, coming in and shoving me around, and then apparently breaking into my back room to steal my magic bottle, and then, of course, like it's all under the pressure of I would really rather the bright guard not find out about all of these fancy gear that I've got back here in my shop. And then I'm so excited that you've helped me, but now it feels a little bit stressful there. I want to, I guess what I want to make it clear is I'm grateful that you have recovered my magic bottle and that you are now identifying it for me, and I am happy to offer you this magic carpet as an exchange for my gratitude for rescuing my magic bottle. And I
Yes.
just said, I feel like
I-
I can't trust anybody right now, and it's giving me a little bit of emotion.
Oh,
And
I
then,
think you
and
need
Dan
some
is just going to put
fluffy
his
bunny
arms around
hug.
you. Just put his arms. It's like, you know, sometimes we're from we've been on a number of adventures, and sometimes we lose sight of how it is for ordinary folks who get caught up in these sorts of things. You have my sincere apologies. Um, and I'm gonna take him to his front room, and he's probably got some like tea set up for
Mhm.
for entertaining
Oh,
possible
he
salespeople.
absolutely
Yeah.
does. Yeah, and he has some
So
fancy
I'm just
little.
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna fix him a really nice cup of tea.
this is his skill set. I'm not
This
sure
is
it's true.
hey, food is what I do.
So well, he kind of moves to like this is just no. I'm the host. I'm supposed to be the one offering you tea.
Shush, 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 shush.
So
Aw.
I think then over the course of the 10 minutes while the identify is happening, he explains that of course he has the secret back room because it is for luxuries and things that Atash and the Bright Guard have outlawed for sale in the city. None of it is terribly exciting from any other perspective. It's mostly just magic items and fine alcohols and cigars and things
Yeah.
like that,
He's
right?
he's like the guy in a strict Muslim community who has the crown royal and stuff like that is
Yeah,
not.
and
Yeah, I was curious to see what this stuff was. Yeah, it makes sense.
right.
Yeah.
And so but unfortunately his business his smuggling business has been dwindling because increasingly the Bright Guard are cracking down on this stuff more, and his buyers are increasingly worried about getting busted. And so he's getting less customers these days. He got the bottle from a treasure hunter in the Burning Dunes, and he knows it's magic, but that's it. Um, but eventually, he's just been very stressed because, like he said, a lot of his customers have been staying away. Everyone's worried about seeing it being seen at the shop, and he's just that's why he's been kind of, you know,
Yeah.
not telling his secrets to strangers and yeah. But yeah, so as you go ahead and he also does show you now have in your possession as a party a carpet of flying. It is the 4 by 6 feet version, and the secret word is Bala.
Blah.
Allah.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, when you finish the identify, you discover that it is an iron flask containing a gin.
Oh.
However,
Mhm.
notably, it is not the standard iron flask version. It is like a one time, meaning if you open it and let the genie out, the bottle itself will lose its magic.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
Well.
so yeah, after 11 minutes, yeah, DNR comes out holding it saying, well, how dangerous this is honestly highly subjective. Uh, this bottle has a gin in it.
Well,
And
we told him we'd hand it over.
yeah, and yeah, DNR is handing it over to him, saying, just so you know, if that bottle is ever opened, it loses its magic. The gin will probably be freed until something else contains it. And do I know what type? Like any details about the gin? Like
No.
yeah, no, I don't, and I don't know the attitude of the gin that's in it. It might be, it might be, the kind that is more like, hey, I'll give you wishes, but twist them to be horrible punishments, or you let them out, and as things sell, enslave you. So
Uh,
it's
I think I'll take that risk. I mean, you hear stories about them granting wishes. I mean, I would be releasing it from his prison, of course, right?
you'll be releasing
Yeah,
it from prison.
and I think that
This
the
person's permanent.
remember I think the enchantment of the Iron Flask allows you to make a command when you release it too.
Yeah.
If you look
Yeah.
at the. If you
Oh,
look
it
at
does.
the-
Okay.
Well, that's the
Yes.
standard one for sure. The standard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clearly,
I
the
can't-
cultists were not.
But part of
make
what
copies
it is, the Iron Flask generally is that like part of the implied control is that you can put them back in it, right? But this one you
Yeah.
can't because it's no longer magical when it's open. But yeah, so in any case, what I would say, Dianok, is that you know that there's not any sort of explicit ability to control the djinn once it's released.
Yeah, I cannot guarantee it will actually grant wishes, because this variation does not guarantee control.
All right. Well, but so
And yet, I am handing it over.
okay. He immediately pulls the cork.
Oh, you!
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and so I'm giving you a handout for Genie. And
He
so
looks mad.
Hmm.
He
it's
does
just
not-
a piece of artwork. Can you
Yeah.
give me 10 seconds to actually tell you what's happening? So the genie actually, smoke pours out of the bottle and forms into a large blue-skinned humanoid figure who is smiling broadly and says, "Thank you for releasing me. My name is Body. Who do I have to thank for my new freedom?" And Imad, the little halfling, just it was me. I found your bottle and it was almost stolen, but then I released it, so it's me. And Body like kneels down, and he's like this 9 foot tall, enormous figure kneeling down in front of this halfling, and says, "I am indebted to you, my friend. I don't suppose you could help me find my cousin." Who's your cousin? He's like, yes, well, my cousin is an Ifrit named Navid. If you could help me find him, I can grant you a wish.
Oh.
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 What type of how friendly is Navid?
Well, I suppose that's subjective, isn't
Oh
it?
my God.
To me, he would be very friendly. He is my cousin, after all. We have not seen each other in centuries.
Okay. Can you
Uh-huh.
make yourself look less, powerful and
Well, that's Ginny.
majestic? More, like us mortals?
Like a mortal.
Well, I mean, why would I do that? Wait, no, who are you? What? I'm sorry. Can I do that? No. Navid can.
Okay.
Okay. Like him as in the rug merchant? Or we
What?
can?
No.
I'm
no.
confused. Sorry.
I don't know
Clearly.
what question you've asked me. Can you perhaps ask it again, and I will try once again to answer.
So we know where Navid is.
Oh, good.
We do.
If
But
you
to
can
get
grant
to him
Oh,
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay.
would be would require you to be
Less
less
obtrusive.
conspicuous if we were to walk out.
I don't know why that would be.
Well,
Politics.
Politics.
politics, basically.
Mortal
Politics of
politics.
mortal creatures do not interest me. If you can take me
it's
to the
not a
place where
mortal
he
creature.
is.
Well, there's also angelic politics involved.
celestial.
It
This place,
seems to me that you either know where he is or you do not.
We have
And-
a name of a destination. Getting you there is what we're trying to, without causing
A
a
scene.
ruckus.
without
is
causing multiple celestial creatures to possibly
Swarm
want
us?
to hunt us down, because this place was once uh, under siege by demonic forces, and the celestials are pretty,
touchy.
you know, touchy, and you might be seen on the same level as the demonic forces, and they might come try and destroy you.
What if we turn him invisible and take him with us?
I believe I can do so if you are willing.
I, I am quite capable of turning myself invisible. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
That will
No,
work
that's
just fine.
then it'll work just fine. You become invisible. You come with.
You
us, we
are
find the
strange creatures, but if making myself invisible will make you more comfortable with bringing me to my cousin, then I accept those terms. Though I suspect you are, I suspect you are overstating the difficulty.
Yeah, be surprised.
We hope you're right.
Yeah, that's basically a thing. We hope you're right.
Emad is like, so my friends here can take you to your cousins, so I get the wish. And
Okay.
I
and
think it
he-
would be fair. I think it would
That
be
makes
fair.
sense. You pulled
Yeah,
the
yeah.
We
Open the
will,
bottle.
we can give you, if there's any question of who gets the wish, I think you should get the wish.
Yeah, sure. I hesitate. I just don't want to be anywhere nearby when it happens because these things tend to go bad.
Body laughs uproariously. Mortals.
All right. Well,
tails. Not. I guess not
let's
all.
go.
Not all.
Let's go.
Hashtag not all mortals.
Not all. Not all of your kind are as nice as you. It seems. Yeah. If he goes invisible, then yeah, we might have to ask around as to where the old direction to
city
the old
is.
city area is.
I think we can do that. People can ask questions.
Well, maybe Emad can give us directions.
Actually, yeah.
I mean, the faster we get there, the faster he gets his wish. So, do you know where the old temple is?
The old temple?
Or old city, yeah.
Oh, well, the old city. Yeah, I mean, that's a neighborhood. I mean, yeah. Like,
Yeah. So, which direction?
I'm not going to point. He can give
Yeah.
you directions.
Okay, he gets directions. Okay. Good enough.
Yeah.
That way.
Make a left turn in Albuquerque.
Let's see.
But you might want to make sure it's the right left turn, because if you make the left turn, then you'll wind up in Boise, and that's weird.
Okay.
I've been in
I
Boise.
don't
It
know.
is weird.
Anyway,
All right.
Yeah, and we haven't discovered that transfer gem yet, anyways.
yeah. So we go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. So you
we're-
leave Imad's rug merchant, and he's kind of like watching you go out the door. And the genie has turned invisible, although he still seems to like he is acting like you are being quite foolish. But he
Wow.
he has been willing to accommodate
Yeah,
your
so-
request.
Once we get to this place,
Well, you
I
are
have-
in fact on your way. Passing through the city in that direction, when all of a sudden there you spot a robed old human kind of approaches you from one of the nearby businesses and has sort of a small handful of what looks like some kind of a candy wrapped in paper. and it's stamped with a symbol that says it shows a picture of a manticore and it says Gorbani Bakery on it. It's a smiling manticore, and this person hands that is like handing it to you, to whoever looks like they would be receptive.
Canthan's first instinct is, oh, hey, this is something I haven't tasted yet. Let's see.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
can't then take the lead here.
Yeah.
All right, so Canthan, if you take it, this person just smiles and says, "Ah, welcome. Your old friend Lala is anxious to see you." And then they start walking away, having handed you the candy.
Okay. Lala, refresh my memory. Do we know anybody named Lala?
Hmm.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No.
Well,
no, not.
I have a suspicion about what's going on here, but I'm going to unwrap one of these candies.
Okay.
Oh,
It has several pieces of pistachio nougat.
Okay. Is there anything written on the wrapper?
Nope, just has that symbol of the Gorbani Bakery with the smiling manticore on it.
Our old friend Lala is anxious to see you. We don't know her, Lala.
Okay.
Oh,
If that was old friend Afsoon, that would
sounds
be
familiar
different.
for some reason, though. It might be from
Axel
something
will
else,
take
but
one
like,
of
yeah.
the candies and try it. And while he's doing that, he will look around and see if he can see where that bakery is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my next
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah. You make an investigation check. Or perception, I guess, would be okay too. Ah, yeah. You see, not too far away, there is, in fact, a small storefront that has that same logo on the sign, and it says the Gorbani Bakery.
How is the candy?
Well, do you like pistachio nougat?
I've never had it. That's why you tried it.
And then
I will
Canthan's
let
definitely
each of
tasting
your
it, yeah.
characters decide for themselves whether they enjoy pistachio nougat. I would say,
Okay.
as pistachio nougat, it's good, but it's a subjective assessment.
I know that me personally, I wouldn't like it because it's got bits in it, and I don't like that kind of thing. But I'm sure that Canthan likes it. He's impressed, and he's like got his eyes kind of screwed shut a little, and as he's kind of identifying if there's any special ingredients in there.
Unified doesn't care for it.
What I will point out to you as you're approaching I will let the penny drop, so to speak, is that your actress friend is Afsoon Gorbani.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I completely forgot her last name. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, perfect. This is good. This is good. I completely forgot her last name. I just said it as
My
Afsoon.
thought is we only have 2 masks, correct?
Yeah.
Currently, yes, that's correct.
So if I understand it right, only you have to have the password and the mask in order to get in.
Right. And another thing, but we could like bring our hovering friend here. 2 of us could bring our hovering friend here over to the temple while the rest of us go into the bakery.
Speaking of which, are we going to my cousin or what?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
I think
getting
we
there.
need to do that right away. Xenophon, why don't you head to the bakery?
Okay, I can do that.
I'd like to do that too, and I was going to suggest that Dianok be one of the people to go to the temple.
Okay.
I'm not sure our bunny friends are going to be properly expected, being maybe unusual in this environment, so possibly might stand out. Actually, you know what? I'll go with you, Dianok. We'll wear the
Okay.
masks. We'll probably be in better shape. The rest of you, I think, should go to the bakery. I think that's probably the best.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
So, because the bakery is right here and the
Yeah.
temple is a little further away, we'll start with the folks going
Right.
to the bakery.
Okay,
So that's Xenophon and Exel and Flounce.
that's the plan. Me and the bunnies.
All right.
A gets their eye and two bunnies walk
And
into a
your
bakery.
your invisible genie friend is hanging out is heading with the temple
With
the
Canthan
others.
and Diana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So as you enter the bakery, it's a two-story edifice west of Three Sun Square, and as you enter, you see that behind the counter there is a an elf woman hard at work. I have a handout for you for Lale Gorbani. There we go.
Oh, and she's got food.
Yes,
Excellent.
and so you see that she has high cheekbones, smiling brown eyes, brown skin, and an ornate prosthetic arm.
Hmm.
And she looks up and sees you enter, nods to you, and she goes down behind the counter and pulls out a platter that's got kind of like a sampling assortment of lots of different little treats, and she shows you to a table and says, "Here, enjoy these for the moment. I'll be right with you." And you can see that she kind of nods to a couple of the other customers that are still in the
Thank you.
shop. And so you just sit and
Yeah, I'll try some of these things. I didn't like the pistachio nougat, but I'm assuming there's other things in these things I might like better.
yep. There's some
Yeah.
rosewater flavored pastries and just chewy flatbreads and honey
Wow.
and that sort of thing. But so as you are waiting, you see that she is working with the other customers and certainly you know, just behaving as someone who runs a bakery. But you certainly see the resemblance. There
Yes.
seems to be some familial resemblance with Afton. And then so eventually she finishes dealing with the other customers, and as the last of them leave other than you, she locks the front doors and just says, "My apologies for the strange invitation, but I think you understand why I need to be careful."
Discussion is apparently necessary in your land. Yes.
Yes, so my name is Lale Gorbani, and my sister is Afsun Gorbani, whom I believe you met.
Yes. I have had the honor of meeting her. Yes.
So, can you tell me what happened at Three Sun Square this morning?
And I will launch into, I will try to avoid the epic, Xenophon does the epic poem approach and will try to go to more straightforward facts, but his attempts to, he has to camp down his attempts to go into rhyme and meter, but he will explain about the purple worm, the people in the masks, and the and people getting rounded up, including her sister.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you mention the people with the masks, she says, "Yes, that's in line with what I've heard as well. The ashen air. The ashen airs are they're a real problem for everyone. So let me be frank. I know that you refused the Bright Guard's invitation to work directly for them, and I hope that means that I can trust you with discretion at least, even if you do not wish any further ongoing partnership."
The detaining of your sister kind of crystallized that for me, that I did not want to work directly with the Bright Guard and my companions. I look at Axel and Flounce. Agreed.
So let me put it to you. Afsun and I together do more than put on guerrilla plays. We are a coalition of rebels that we call the Silent Roar. However, our intent is to non-violently return Ankaring Sagar to mortal rule, to overthrow Atash and have him go back to this divine realm where he belongs, so that once again living beings can rule ourselves here. But to be sure, the Ashen Heirs, although there is some overlap in our general intention, they see no problem with doing so violently, and in doing so, they just raise the tension level of everyone here, and they're destructive and it just causes all sorts of difficulties. As you can see, Afsun was just there to meet you. She had nothing to do with whatever they were doing, and yet now, simply by proximity and previous reputation, she's been taken in for questioning, and they have not released her. I'm trying to find out where she's being held.
I look in your eyes. I pause. And I understand. I want to help your sister because I believe this detention is unjust. She had nothing to do with the purple worm, and your rebellion, your resistance against the rule here. Nonviolent protests should be allowed because without it is just simple tyranny. If you cannot protest or ask for redress of grievances, then that is just tyranny, no matter where it comes from, a devil or an angel.
I'm glad to hear you say so. My hope is that once my contacts, members of the Silent Roar, are able to determine where she is being held, we are hoping to mount a rescue. Would that be something that I could count on you for assistance with?
At this point, I'm going to look at the two bunnies and see what they think, because I'm not going to make this decision on my own.
The only problem I have is if we're found out, that means having a celestial being not too happy with us.
Yeah, I
well.
certainly understand. I would not want you to enter into this agreement unaware of that fact, certainly.
We would want to talk to our other two companions as well before we
I
enter this agreement. And it has not. We haven't reached the point where they're clearly not going to release her. If at that point where they decide just to continue to detain her, then that is an unjust imprisonment.
I don't know what is planned. I do know that although Artavasda and Atash make they make a big point of saying that they wish to bring people in unharmed, and that does seem, at least when they bring in people, they do their best not to hurt anyone, but people do tend to be taken in and not come back, and I don't know what happens to them. There is an enormous sky prison held floating above the desert, and I worry that they may not see eternal imprisonment as harm.
They might not see brainwashing as harm.
Yeah, that's
my concern, because they made a big point when we spoke to them about convincing.
Yeah,
and that I'm concerned.
There is no war.
Very concerned.
There's no war in Ba Sing Se, as you said in the chat. Yes.
Yes, I believe I read that story as well.
Yes, it's a wonderful legend.
Yes,
it's a wonderful legend.
So, I'm glad to hear you say this, and I understand that you need to speak with your friends some more. Where have they gone?
They have gone to reunite family. We will see if explosions ensue.
Explosions ensue. We may have to run quickly.
All right.
Unfortunately, explosions happen fairly frequently around us. So we would. I give you a 75% chance that we would absolutely love to help.
Well, that's wonderful. I mean, is there some reason you're keeping it a secret from me? I won't press if there is. But I just don't understand.
I think it's okay. So check this out. We happened upon a iron flask that wasn't really an iron flask. It was more like a wine bottle. And it had a genie inside. and apparently the genie is a cousin to the guy who's leading the other anti-monarchist group. So,
Actionaires.
yeah, the Ashenaires. He's the guy is being those guys are being led by an Ifrit, and so
Oh my.
you, I think maybe what we've got is uh beings outside the mortal world getting involved in mortal affairs, and their perspective is maybe conflicting horribly.
Hmm.
And
With
so we don't we don't know what's going to happen when they finally meet. Um, and
Well,
explosions.
I suppose that I'll trust you to handle that.
Yeah.
I guess what I would just say is that uh, for whatever weight you carry my opinion, if the Ashen Heirs could stop doing what they're doing, that would be helpful for us.
Uh huh.
So I will trust you to handle that as you see fit. We are not ready to mount my sister's rescue in any case yet. We need to find out more information, but I have people working on that.
Mm-hmm.
If you are at least still potentially willing to consider
Yes.
this, then I will have my agents contact you when we know more.
Okay.
It
Very well.
hopefully will
Yeah.
be soon. And
Otherwise, discretion
yes,
is our word of honor.
wonderful. Thank you. I knew my sister was. Uh, I worry, but it would seem that she had found good friends to ask for help.
Your sister is quite talented as a sorceress and as an actress.
Oh yes, her understudy is um, has mixed feelings about the current situation, as you might imagine.
Yes.
Who's that?
Well, I mean, we have a whole cast putting on the play, and
The whole
these
cast.
are- everyone has understudies. It's just
It's a theater thing.
yes. All I mean to say is that Afsun normally plays the titular queen in the first Queen, but we plan these things, so that no one person is completely indispensable. She has an
Yes.
understudy.
The show must go on.
Indeed, exactly. So, um, then I will be in touch. My people will find you when we know more.
I grab another of the orange flavored candies and put them in my mouth. Because those I like.
Oh,
The pistachio wasn't so great, but these orange ones are good.
Oh, I can put them in a box for you if you like.
If you would, that would
Yeah.
it would be honored.
Yeah.
You have an excellent craft.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I think Flounce will buy a couple of the rosewater tarts.
She gives them to you. She
Yes.
says,
Yes.
under the circumstances, I think they're on the house
Okay.
as my gift. So in any case, you are you box up your desserts, and in the meantime, we will follow the others as they move towards the this old temple. They honestly, they're not necessarily that far ahead, right? I mean,
Yeah, because you were waiting in the.
Hmm?
Yeah.
yeah. I just mean, I'm just saying it's not like it's hours went by or something.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just- all right. So we've got Canthan and Dianok, and we have. Let me get our genie token, although currently invisible. Okay.
Hey,
So,
Enoch. We don't
Yes.
have our friends here with us. It's just you and me.
Yep.
If things go bad, we can just run.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I
Because with two of us and no healers, we're not standing and fighting.
Yeah, I have multiple escape options.
Yeah, well, I got two and they're right at the bottom of my legs. So
Yes. Well, if I can offer both of us an escape option.
okay. All right. Well, I'll stick close. But,
Okay. So I think as you find this place that you were given directions to, a small neglected temple stands within a courtyard surrounded by an iron fence and containing only dead overgrowth and a dry fountain full of garbage. It appears that this was once a temple to one of the other deities other than the Sunweaver and has fallen into disuse. A tower juts from the temple's roof. One of its walls bears tall vents to catch the wind. And that, so this building that's up ahead of you has the tower, sticking out of the top of it. You can see that I've placed you in the courtyard already, but technically speaking, you're still outside the gate. You can see that there is a padlock on the gate.
So I basically, as we're approaching, Deanok's gonna put on the mask,
same.
Okay.
and
So I think Body says, perhaps louder than you would like, but he seems like he's at least making an effort to be quieter. And he says, "Is it your request that I remain invisible and do not interfere with your actions until we have reached my cousin?"
yes,
Unless we say otherwise, yeah. If I give the signal, maybe not.
yeah. If the word,
There's a lot going on, and things might go south. So
Understood. I think that you are being overcautious due to your mortal fear of death. However, I will accommodate it. I will accommodate your request in the good spirit of being led towards my cousin as requested.
the word to intervene is Jenga.
Very well.
The word.
So yeah, right now you've put on the masks, but you are still outside this locked gate in the iron fence. I've placed you on the map inside the courtyard, but you're still outside it technically.
Okay.
Deanok is
How
gonna
is-
say to the padlock, "Let the embers light the way."
It is an ordinary padlock and nothing happens.
Okay. Figured just
Um,
in case, Deanok is gonna try and
Is this a fence or a wall?
It is an 8-foot tall fence.
Okay, so we can see. We should be able to see through it. Is there anybody on the other side of the fence?
Nobody in the courtyard. You do see that there is a front door to the temple, and I think you can make a perception check if you want to try to see any more detail from outside the fence.
Yeah, 15.
15. There's something about the door that you'll want to take a closer look at, but you can't see it from here.
Deanok is gonna try and knock on the fence.
I mean,
Like,
dunk,
See-
dunk, dunk. You're knocking on a fence.
Okay.
There is nobody in the courtyard. It is not a magical
All
fence or a lock.
I will. Hey, Deanok, I'll boost you up over the fence. It's only 8 feet.
I can get through. I can just jump over there.
Oh yeah, and I have. You know what? If you don't have it, I have. I'll activate my ring of jumping and pick up Deanok and just hop over.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
Can you ring of jumping and give you 8-foot jump?
It triples my high jump, and my strength bonus is +4, so I believe it allows me to jump 12 feet.
Oh, well, there you go. I will. Yeah, you do that, and
Okay.
you are now inside the courtyard.
I presume body
You
can
you
find
you,
its own
you
way.
no you are.
Oh,
Don't.
okay,
no.
sorry.
Now you are the map.
Oh,
so
that's
that,
the courtyard.
Yes,
Okay.
that is why I said 5 times on the map. I put you in the courtyard, but technically you're
I'm
still out.
sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
I'm sorry. I misjudged. So sorry.
That's
All
okay.
right, so we've leapt inside.
Yeah.
and I'll go up to the doors.
And you certainly see now from the door that there is a sliding peephole in that front door.
Let the
Okay.
embers light the way.
Yeah. Knock on it and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so certainly you knock on the door, the peephole slides open. The two of you are wearing the Ifriti masks.
Mhm.
Body is invisible, and you say,
Let the embers light the way.
the guard begins to unbar the door and admit you.
Okay.
And so
All right.
now you can move into the building. So from in there, um, an unfinished mosaic depicting plants flourishing under a glowing moon adorns the walls of this prayer hall, though the mosaic is partially obscured by graffiti. Crates are strewn about across the marble floor, and rickety scaffolding along the east wall serves as makeshift sleeping spaces. Um, and so you see that there are a couple of other folks in here. They are wearing the Ifriti masks,
Mhm.
and they seem curious but not suspicious about you.
Okay. I'm going to trust that our floating invisible friend can make his way through the door on his own.
Mhm.
He's a powerful fellow, and I'm just going to walk over towards the far side of the room as if I know exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. So it is it's a double door, but it is not locked in any way. You can just proceed right on in there if you want.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Um, let me got a thing in the GM layer that doesn't need to be there. There we go. And so in there is a hallway.
Mm-hmm.
It is it features more mosaics depicting the cycles of the moon. And otherwise, it is empty. There's a door directly ahead of you, and the hallway, of course, continues in both other directions and goes around the corner.
Okay. I'm going to check the door on the far side there, see if it's locked or anything.
It does
If,
not appear to
if
be.
it's not, I'm going to peek inside and see what kind of room it is.
Okay. Um, are you're trying to do that stealthily or?
No, I am here to reunite two
Okay, yeah. So
families, right?
I'm just asking.
Yeah.
So you just go ahead and open the door then.
Yeah.
All right. So, natural rocks jut from the sizzling red sand floor of this sweltering domed chamber. Dust speckled light streams from 8 stained glass magic lanterns set around the ceiling, each embossed with the phases of the moon. At the room's center, a brown skinned man with glowing eyes reclines upon a cushion. An attendant wearing a mask designed to look like an Ifriti's face stands nearby. And this is Navid, and I will give you a handout. Although it is relevant that he does not look like that for very long, because as soon as you have that door open and you kind of enter, and first of all, you realize pretty quickly that both Navid and this other person are standing on the rocks jutting up out of the sand, and it's obvious as soon as you enter the room that they are doing that because the sand is extremely hot and will burn you if you stay on it.
Okay.
The Enoch is going to find a good
Yeah.
rock and
Yeah.
stand on it.
Yep, you are able to do so without difficulty. You can just, yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case, as you are coming in, though, Body immediately follows you in and is no longer invisible because he just floats right in and says Navid, and all of a sudden this individual is just who had been looking at you with like, what's up? Suddenly looks up, Body. My gosh, I can't believe it's you. And he suddenly turns from his humanoid form into a full-sized Ifriti. And let me, can actually, and he should be large as well. Yeah. And so the two of them both float up into the air and embrace like old family, and the other man in the Ifriti mask there is kind of looking up at this and saying, "What?" Um, but the Navid and Badi do not seem to have a lot of stuff to say to anyone but each other at the moment. They are
Aw.
speaking extremely fast in probably Elemental. Do either of you speak Elemental?
Primordial? Yeah, no.
Primordial, yeah.
Let me check just in case. Nope.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of glad that at least one of the languages, like, Enoch understands is not they're speaking.
Mm-hmm. So in any case, they're talking to each other quite a bit in Primordial, but then after a little bit and more hugs, they both kind of float down to look at the two of you, and Navid, now in his Ifriti form, says, I am told by my cousin that I have you to thank for bringing him to me and reuniting the two of us. You have my thanks.
You're welcome.
And then let's see. Then they kind of look to one another and then look back to you, and it says, "We have more of a reunion to accomplish, much to catch up on, and I think that it is not best done in front of mortals who won't fully understand. So we will be departing this plane for the time being." And he glances over at the mage behind him and says, do what you like with the Ashen Heirs. I have no more interest in them." And then the two of them plane shift out.
Whoa!
And the mage is just standing there
Okay.
saying, "Wait,
Do
what?"
What with the Ashen Heirs? Oh wow!
So yeah, so now so you the genie and the Ifrit have left. You're in the room there with that just this mage in the Ifriti mask who is just looking absolutely stunned.
So Enoch will say to them, he's like, do you mind if we take these off now?
Well, I don't think that's necessary, actually.
Or at least leave this room so we don't have to stand on rocks.
Yeah, that's what we came here to do. Have a lovely day, and I'm going to hurry out because I'm worried that he's going to blame us for removing one of their greatest magical assets for the organization. So I'm hustling out.
All right.
Enoch, come with me.
Well, Enoch would really want to talk.
Yes, I know you would want to talk. That's why I'm telling you, come with me.
Leaving it to the two. You decide.
So,
Yeah, no,
Actually-
I'm heading out. Enoch, you can follow me if you like, but I'm leaving.
What? How? Other than confusion, what does this guy's reaction seem to be?
Well, make an insight check. He's wearing a mask.
Okay. Yeah. 15?
I'd say nonplussed. Because he has just basically had, like, you get the impression this is someone who has dedicated himself to a cause with a cell of like-minded anarchists led by a wise sage who sought to upend the political structure of the city. And now he's discovered that the leader is not only not actually immortal, but an evil elemental spirit, but also that particular spirit just left and told him he was in charge. And he is kind of rethinking his life choices at the moment.
So Enoch will say, you should try more peaceful options for the future. I'm going to leave now. Then follow
Yeah.
Campan.
And I think as the door is closing behind you, you kind of hear him just say, "Bye, I guess."
Or he figures it out.
Yeah, he still might have a change of heart. I'm still leaving.
Yeah. So yeah. we'll just walk out.
All right.
Mhm,
You're still
mhm.
wearing the masks now?
Yeah, still wearing the mask, just walk out as if I have just gotten orders yeah, I've got a purpose.
All right. You are heading out, and you make your way what back out into the other room.
Yep.
Yeah. And are you're just leaving?
Yeah, just leaving.
All right.
I,
I am worried about us getting swarmed by
Oh, sure.
angry anarchists. I don't have my buddies with me. We're just on our way out.
Yep. I mean, it was your idea to split the party.
No, I understand. I had good reasons for it.
And I think
Um,
I think it worked in
Well,
some way.
but I know the vulnerable position it puts us in when we do
Yeah.
that. So
Mhm.
Talk about a
So
power
in any
vacuum.
case, so you walk by all of the apparently stolen stuff that they've got hidden in their stash, and just leave, and
Well,
that's
we can-
fine. I'm teasing. I'm teasing.
We can always come back.
Yeah, well, you absolutely can, but right now it sounds like you're leaving, and mostly the others are kind of like, "Well, that was fast. I mean, did he say anything? What's going on?"
got orders. Sorry.
All right, jeez. If the two of you are just leaving,
Yep.
you are not interfered with.
All right.
okay.
So I'll hop over the fence again with Dianok and take off the mask and stuff it in my pocket and take a sigh, a deep breath.
Yeah.
Quite casual.
Yeah. And I'm gonna head back towards where we left my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that doesn't come back to bite us at some point.
I mean, I'm not an expert, but Ifrit generally aren't considered good guys to have around. So,
Yeah.
yay.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, mm,
And I wouldn't be surprised if, we're talking about this as we walk back towards the bakery. I would not be surprised if the Ifrit had purposefully created those noisemakers that would summon a purple worm on purpose.
yeah. And then Dina stops for a second, goes like this and says, "The wish." Mm.
You wish.
Well,
I mean,
Um,
I hope you didn't pay anything for that. Pay much for that bottle?
I can contact that Jen with the sending spell. Doesn't the sending spell go multi-planet?
I believe there's a chance that it can fail, but no,
Oh, there's a
it's
5%
low.
chance it doesn't arrive. So yes, if somebody really wanted me to, I can still
Mhm.
talk to the Jen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
but what's
yeah,
what's
fine.
what's the rug shop owner gonna do if he doesn't
Yeah.
get his wish? I mean, he's gonna take back my carpet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, if we, you know,
I think he's
we might be able to just cover whatever the cost was, and
Mm.
if it's
I
really
mean, if he was the one who bought the bottle, he was the one who opened it.
Yeah.
We told him that he could have the wish. If he doesn't get the wish from the Jinn, that's between him and the Jinn.
yeah.
That's
Well-
not on us.
I'm gonna say that regardless, we will keep I at least am planning on keeping the special business out of the guards' view.
Oh,
So
yeah, absolutely. There's definitely something funny going on with the government here.
I mean,
Mhm.
I think
Right.
just
So, do we meet up with the rest of the group on their way
Yeah,
back?
I think you find each other on them coming to the temple to meet you and you leaving. I will also just remind you because it happened last session that technically speaking, even though you didn't agree to work for Artavazda, he did ask you to investigate the Ashen Heirs at the at the bazaar, and then you kind of did that, and so he would certainly probably want to know about everything that just happened if
He
you
would,
were
he
if you
would.
were
Would.
inclined to tell them.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
I'm just
yeah.
mentioning
Georg
it.
has,
Okay.
Georg has something else in mind,
Okay. Well,
especially when if Xenophon
so
Oh
shares.
no, no,
okay,
we're gonna get together. And we're
hold
gonna
on,
share.
hold on. I'm just trying to remind you of something that happened last session. Do with it
Mhm.
as you like.
Yep.
We're good.
Okay.
Yep.
So yes, you guys found each other again. We're doing what you want.
Reunite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's find some
no
place.
explosions!
Yes.
No
Yeah,
explosions.
let's.
And,
I am as surprised as you are.
yeah,
Let's find some place private to talk.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah.
Maybe we can find a cafe or something where we can like sit in the corner and talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here, would you like some rosewater tarts?
I would love some.
Sure.
I will share.
It's a good thing that Kanpan has an active lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we find a place, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So-
the bakery. What happened?
Well, it's run by Afsun's sister, and they are a nonviolent revolutionary group seeking to have the angel leave so that mortals can run this realm.
Based on what I've seen so far, that's not such a bad idea.
They deplore the actions of the Ashen Heirs and their violent methods.
Yeah. Speaking of which,
Yeah, the Ashen Heirs just had their leader disappear to another plane.
and
Did you banish him?
No,
nope.
That might be a good.
He decided to leave. He just gave up and left with his cousin the Jinn.
Yep.
So,
Adi and Navid are on some other plane, and the mage who was in charge is the
Mage
one-
was evidently
Mage was,
the priest's assistant is now in charge. Now,
Yeah.
Oh,
if
that's a
if
promotion.
we wanted to make trouble for them, we could definitely tell the Bright Guard about the headquarters. They're probably in disarray for a while with the change in leadership, and they could probably get rid of them. And
You know,
That
That would
There's
probably squash them completely, losing a
That-
leader and being attacked when they're in their highest moment of disarray.
Or
but
or
we could redirect them to a non-violent group that
Yeah.
that was my
that
thought.
actually
that
was
that
my
has
thought.
their same goals in mind, but better ways of maybe accomplishing that.
So you're saying that now that we're back together, we should go back to the temple and see if we can talk their new
Nope.
leader into assisting the Silent Roar?
No, I think
I think we
what
should go to the
do
Silent
is
Roar and tell them.
I
tell
think
them.
I think we should wait until the Silent Roar contacts us and say, once we meet up with them, decide whether or not we're going to help our actress acquaintance and
Yeah,
let
we
them
need to
know, hey, Ashen Heirs, maybe not such a problem anymore.
Yes, we need to
Xenophon,
talk about that. Yes, yes.
You have the ability to contact. You have magic to contact people, correct?
I've sending, yes.
Yes. Could you contact the sister of the actress
Yeah.
and let her know that the Ashen Heirs are leaderless, and maybe we'll be open to.
To appropriation and amalgamation into the Silent Roar's command structure. I can do that if that's what's being asked.
Or maybe even just an alliance.
An alliance.
Well, I figure if nothing else, we can let them know, and they can act as they wish. If they don't wish, perhaps. Well, I was gonna say, let the guard know, but I don't want to do that actually. Let them figure out what they're gonna do otherwise. But yeah, I don't want the guard to get involved with them if it doesn't have to happen.
I'm trying to come up with 25 words here. Wow.
Now, is it a 25 words in
It's a
time?
25. It's 20. It's 25. No, not in the middle of a stream. Come on, I'm not that good.
What? So
Okay.
I feel. Were you waiting on me for something?
No, I'm
Okay.
just coming up with it.
Yeah, honestly, I would hope they would.
rather than trying to express all these ideas in ascending, how about
We
just
could actually
setting up a
go there.
meeting?
We could.
Well,
actually go
you were
there.
also literally waiting for her to get back with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how about we just get a room somewhere and just relax for a bit because it's
Us
been a
relax.
stressful day, all right?
It has
Yeah,
been a stressful day. Possibly a short rest at least would be useful, if not a long. If we don't get a long rest, we can use a short rest.
I mean, are you actually like getting a room, or are you just gonna? Are you just like?
No, I
finding-
think getting room. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
For some privacy, yeah.
Sure.
Find it.
a
Drop a
nice
few-
hostelry.
drop a
Some
few-
kind.
Yeah,
coins
so
on
you are able to find one without too much difficulty. Although one of the things that you discover about this place is that there aren't as many as you might expect for a city of this size. But you realize it's also perhaps just because people don't travel here a whole lot because of all the rules and stuff about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are able to find a place in inexpensive and etc. And I think that
I don't think we need to worry about inexpensive anymore.
well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. But I'm trying to indicate to you that it is not an unreasonable price for the room
Right.
that you're
All
getting.
right.
So I think what do you do? You certainly can take a short rest if that is helpful to any
At the
of you.
very least, yes.
Yeah. And you are able to, what do you get up to for the rest of the afternoon and into the evening?
I think asking more about the timing of this event. I mean, is it tonight? Is it tomorrow night? When is this event supposed to take place?
The big sort of
Right.
lunar phenomena, you mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is actually supposed to be tomorrow night is the big
Okay.
like the big one.
Okay.
Like it's a 3-day festival, so it like tonight is like the first night of the festival, but tomorrow night is the night where it does its thing.
Mm-hmm. And then
Right,
they
and
have
how
they
about-
have a closing the house down party.
And when is that play supposed to go on?
Well, so you didn't really get that information
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Hmm.
Well, if they're planning on getting their lead actress out, there's probably going to be waiting for.
Well, she does have an understudy.
Yeah. I was thinking that we may want to be there. We may want to hang around in the kind of festival area.
Yeah.
Festival grounds rather than holding up in our rooms.
Oh no, absolutely. We should be on the spot
Yeah.
to watch what happens.
Yeah. Let's just participate in the festival, eat some nice food,
Mhm.
see what's going on, and keep our eyes open.
And keep our noses clean.
Mm-hmm.
This is a place not to get the bright guard suspicious of us at all.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, the mask that the Ifriti masks.
Yeah.
Do you not just dump theirs
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, are you still carrying them
at
around?
some point? Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's probably best to get rid of them.
if it's like something that can be folded, just kind of crumple it up and toss
No,
it.
they're wooden masks, but
Oh.
you can find places to ditch them, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, toss it in an alley and just like, yep.
The room's
Don't need that.
fireplace. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So I think as you make your way, like there's certainly, the festival has, much in the same way that the bazaars had, all various, like, you know, uh, impromptu knickknack sellers and curios and food and all of that sort of thing. A lot of that seems like it kind of has just moved over to and overlaps with some of what they're setting up. There's a lot of moon and sun imagery being set up, and people just enjoying this general festival atmosphere. And at a certain point, as it is starting to get towards dusk, um, uh, Canthan, as you were the person who had accepted it the first time, I think that you once again you find yourself someone is kind of like accidentally sort of bumps into you, but rather than being aware of anything being lifted from you, instead a crumpled piece of paper is pressed into your hand, and then they kind of stumble off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll wait. I'll wait till we've separated from that person a ways, and then have a look.
Yeah. You see that it is what looks like an old flyer, meaning like the actual paper it's on is old and faded, but it is a flyer for what is called the Twilight Rose Theater. And you see that in the corner, someone has written on it, um, uh, 8 p.m. and then five like hash marks.
Oh, 8 p.m. is obvious. The hash marks.
And what's the
Oh,
flyer for?
It's a theater. It's an old theater flyer.
So 8 p.m. 5 hash marks might mean all five of us.
Something like that.
You want me
Let's
to-
see if we can find this particular theater.
Yep. It is not far. There's just location is on the flyer, right? That's
Okay.
what flyers are for. But it's only a few minutes walk from Three Sun Square. And as you approach, you see colorful geometric tiles emboss the exterior of this 2-story circular theater. People pass along the street, but all is dark behind the boards that cover the structure's windows. A tattered awning shades the theater's stout wooden double door.
Okay, well, we're going to come back here at 8 o'clock.
It's closed up. Yeah. See if I have
8
suspicions.
o'clock is like half an hour away.
Okay.
Wander
Wander around and wander our way back.
in the time before before 8, DNF would like to go around and see if there's any more signs of any more items like the coin, and just kill time that way.
Okay.
Go for tchotchkes.
You can roll a investigation check.
Okay. 18.
I think that's not enough to duplicate the extremely rare occurrence that you were previously fortunate to find.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're disappointed, but yeah, figures.
So I think, do you stay in the area, or do you like how when you wander away waiting for 8 p.m. like how far away are you wandering?
I mean, I figured just stay in the square.
Well,
That's,
so the square was a few minutes walk away from the theater. So you
Yeah.
could walk back there and then walk back over, just as opposed to staying right outside the theaters.
Yeah, perambulate.
Sure.
Look like we're circulating, seeing things. Walk casual. But yeah, I'm soaking in the culture and looking at things and listening to conversations and. I mean, aside from this being an oppressive state that shuts down art, this is a pretty nice place.
Yep. Certainly, the only like real indication of like crime or violence you've seen was really from the anarchists. But that said, there are lots of rules. Like the normal, like the fact that it's the sun has gone down and people are out and there's lots of like festival lights up and people are really seeming to have fun. But I think it is not lost on you that part of the novelty of this festival is that it's actually the only time people are allowed out. Normally there's a curfew.
Mhm.
This festival is one of the rare occasions where the curfew is suspended temporarily because for the festival. Anyway, though, when it gets around close to 8 o'clock, you make your way back over to the theater. The description that I read to you before is not changed.
All right. So look around to make sure we're not being observed, and figure out how to enter the theater.
Yeah, I don't think we're meant to go to the front.
Yeah.
I
so-
mean, you have not tried it.
I'll give it a try.
Okay.
Let's go for the jerk approach.
Yeah, so the doors are like the windows are boarded up, but the doors are not. You just go to open the door.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, the doors are not locked, and you see as soon as you even open it just a crack that there is definitely light inside.
We'll hurry inside and close the door
All
again.
right. So as you enter, you're in a little theater lobby here, and you can see that there are 4 guards sitting amongst several small tables and chairs, drinking tea and watching the entrance. And so they see you come in and look to you and just kind of like hold like hand out.
I'll hand him over the pamphlet we got.
And he gets it and just he like checks the corner, and he without a word just kind of he looks at you, checks the corner, and then gestures that you can go through. There's some thick curtains behind them.
Okay, we'll go through those curtains.
Yeah.
Okay.
And could I make a note that basically we try and wait for a time when people aren't necessarily watching us?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, you said
Okay.
that, and I took that
Okay.
into account. Yeah, that's fine.
Good enough.
Yep. So I think that you make your way through the curtain, and as you do, you enter a somewhat rundown, having been boarded up a while back, theater. But in the theater, you see a dozen people stand in the darkened wings of a stage lit only by candlelight. The 30 people in the audience watch an actor costumed as a royal perform an impassioned monologue. We stand upon a steep and dreadful precipice, but we can hide no longer, the actor proclaims. Leap, my kindred, for our true home lies just beyond the darkness. And you see that like the people who are like watching seem to be and they're watching a play, it seems like.
Does this look like this is the play?
It is. You recognize that speech. It
Yeah.
is the play. And the First Queen is the name of the
Yep.
play. And so the audience doesn't seem to take any notice of you, and the play is going on.
Yeah, I want to sit.
Yeah, we'll sit
to
down.
sit down and enjoy the play.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's time for Xenophon's culture to get on.
Sure. So you are watching, and let me pull up the. Where is this? Yeah. So you, those of you, I think several of you had the gist of this explained to you, but it's,
I would have explained. I'll explain
yeah,
the story.
The play is a dramatization of what is known primarily from an epic poem about the heroic founder of Akaran Sangar, named Pirazan. And when Pirazan's people were tormented by the horned demon Zolmite Shab, she led them up the heavenly peaks in search of a land free from tyranny and darkness. The demon intercepted them at the summit, appearing in a pillar of smoke. Emboldened by the coming dawn, the first Sangarians prepared to make a last stand, and then with the power of the Sunweaver, Pirazan banished the relentless demon and became queen of the new land and ruled for over 300 years, never forgetting the Sunweaver's warmth. And that's the story told in the play. And then, of course, the broader history is that, that 300 years did eventually end when the demon returned. But um, that is the story of that play, and so um, you can get the feeling that people, like the understudy is fine. Although, like certainly Xenophon, you're the one that's kind of familiar with Afsun, and like she is
She's there.
renowned, right? So it's one of those things where people might wish that it was her, but at the same time, if you're attending a guerrilla performance of a band play, maybe you don't, you're not so picky.
Yeah,
Um,
you got to take what you get.
yeah.
There.
But in any case, you know that this play used to be a tradition to be performed during this particular festival, but the performances were outlawed by the Bright Guard in one of Etash's decrees because it glamorizes portrayal of secular rule. And in any case, though, that is happening, and you're watching the play for a little while, but as you are, eventually you become aware that Lale Gorbani has approached you from behind and kind of gestures that you can come along with her to one of the back rooms.
Well, let's do this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she brings you back and just says, I think the production has really kind of come together quite well under the circumstances. Obviously, we have to keep our staging discreet, at least. This, to be clear, the performance that Afsun intended that you be present at was not this one. We have a more public one that's more of a demonstration.
I was wondering, because this
Yes.
seems a little quiet for Afsun's.
Well, the truth is that the bigger one, the more public one, is intended to be a more of a demonstration, but there are those who would feel uncomfortable being present for that, and yet would still want to see the play. And so we do have smaller performances such as this one that we put on from time to time. But the one that Afsun invited you to is scheduled for tomorrow night. But it's just as well that you are able to come and see this one, because assuming that you are all willing, I anticipate that you will have other plans tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yes.
I also at this point introduced Canthan and Dianok
Mm-hmm.
to Lale, since they had not actually formally met. So
Greetings.
Yes,
I hope that your family reunion mission went well.
Dianok, maybe you want to explain this one.
yes.
Canthan.
Or Canthan.
Well, essentially, the leader of the Ashen Heirs was an Afridi, and we reunited that a Jinni named Badi with that leader, and they decided, and the leader Navid decided to leave, and the Ashen Heirs are now without a leader.
Huh.
And I was wondering if your people, if they might be able to be directed to a more peaceful method of it.
I was actually just thinking the same thing. I mean, to some extent, discovering that they were being led by Nefrit does explain some aspects, I suppose. I mean, I don't want to always imply that bad behavior from mortals is always driven by supernatural influence, but to be certain, if their leadership comes from an Ifrit, I don't doubt that they were being given guidance that violence and destruction was helpful in their goals. It is a style that. But in any case, yes, if they are leaderless now, we will definitely approach them, see if there are those amongst their number willing to join our cause instead. But thank you for telling me that, and for that matter, for, I guess, facilitating that change in their structure.
It was to be honest, it was mostly an accident. We had no idea that was going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. That,
And also, fortunately, no explosions.
No, no explosions.
yes.
This might
Okay.
be a first for us.
So, I take it then that you are willing to assist in Afsoon's rescue.
Yeah. If
Yeah,
the,
I think we should. I think we do. I think we want to. Yeah.
Wonderful.
I would just want to know, do you have any uh plans
Oh,
on
yes. Yes, I was just making sure that you're willing to help before I tell you all the plans.
how? Okay.
Yes. Uh, so we've learned that Afsoon is still in Bright Guard custody. There is the Atasha's Sky Prison, um, but apparently she's not been brought there yet. There is a sort of a smaller version of it called the Pedestal of Judgment that likewise floats several miles outside the city, way up in the sky. And that is where she is being held for now. And it is guarded, naturally. But this is the plan: is that we have some allies with a group of Manticore riders, and we have arranged for Manticore mounts trained to transport you there. And our goal is to have this rescue coincide with the performance of our play, which will likewise coincide with a broader diversion designed to draw out the guards from the pedestal of judgment to the city, hopefully leaving it unguarded such that you can approach and rescue Afsoon. And I imagine there may be others held prisoner there, but I cannot tell you specifically who they would be or why.
Or mm,
Or whether there was actually a good reason for them to be there.
yes.
Indeed, I suspect that it may well be that some of them are just as unjustly imprisoned like my sister, but I also suspect that the Ashen heirs that they took into custody the other day are probably there, and for that matter, any other criminals that might have been arrested by the Bright Guard. I don't know the answer.
This is
Get-
going to be interesting.
Getting, I mean, even if we freed the others, getting them off out of that prison would be a problem.
Yes.
Uh,
Hmm.
Well, no, getting to the prison is what the Manticores are for.
Right.
out
But if we
of the
released
prison.
all the other criminals, them leaving would be an issue.
Uh,
They would be
or-
stuck on the prison. They would be stuck in the sky.
Well, so yes,
Well-
no, I agree. I'm just
Right.
saying
I was
that,
just
like,
thinking about
what I'm telling you is, do not be surprised if there are other prisoners there. What I'm asking you is for you to rescue my sister.
Yes,
I'm not
and
telling
that-
you not to help the others, but please do not help the others at the expense of my sister.
No.
Okay.
Your sister is our target. I was just thinking the logistics of would bring the other prisoners be a benefit, and I don't think it freeing them only for them to be stuck on an island prison is no freedom.
Well,
Yeah.
also to be clear, when I say island, I mean like a floating stone disc, some
Right,
60
right,
feet
floating
across.
island. Yes, floating island. Yes,
Yes.
yes, exactly. So they
Well,
it's
no.
not
What
so-
I'm saying is that, like, I'm saying beyond. It's not like an island. I'm saying it's a stone disc.
Oh,
There
I
is
see.
nothing else on it. It
Okay.
is just a floating disc.
You don't have to be tensor about it.
I'm sorry. I'm.
Yeah. Sorry, we're
I'm sorry.
people today.
Okay.
We apologize. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
No, no.
Yeah.
I took me a second for the tensor joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway. So.
Anyway,
Yeah,
okay, so
So I mean, the hope is that if it is unguarded, then there would be enough time to rescue anyone that you saw fit to rescue. But of course, we must always be prepared for the possibility that, some guards will be left behind or that something else may go wrong. So I do hope that you are at least prepared for the possibility. that there
We are
may be
we are
conflicts.
we are the Order of the Golden Prawn is an agile organization.
It is not our desire that that anyone be hurt, but they may force the issue.
I have no problem. I have no problem using magical paralysis to get around a
Well,
guard.
I'm also just thinking that to be certain, if you are caught attempting to rescue prisoners, you would be considered criminals as well.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll do
This
our
is-
best not to be.
Yeah, this is a political act. I understand the risks. My companions do as well.
Ah, yes. You know, we actually happen to have gotten a particular item that might be of good use here.
Oh, you mean the flying
What?
carpet?
Yes.
That might be an emergency escape for somebody.
Yeah.
Indeed, I think we are. We have arranged for the manticores, but to be certain, any additional means of flight would certainly be
Well, it'll
useful.
make it easier to bring more people out than we bring in. That's
Indeed,
for one.
yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, the manticores are skilled flyers, but would have trouble carrying more than one at a time.
And if someone's willing to, if yeah, getting out is, getting from up to down is a quick affair. Uh, we have an extra dimensional means of getting a person out.
So, what can you tell us about how? I mean, I know you said that it was this huge disc that's just floating up there in space. There, there are buildings. Do you know what's inside them?
When
I mean, like how they're laid out.
There are no buildings. We've only been able to see it at a distance because it is, as previously mentioned, way up in the sky and guarded.
Right.
So it's not easy to get a lot of reconnaissance. It is not so big as you might be imagining. This is why I was trying to correct about the. It's only about 60 feet across.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I imagine
Now I believe that the people being held there are being held in some way. I don't think they're all just standing around up there.
No, and it occurs to me they might be. I mean, given your sister's abilities, we probably would have to contend with. They probably have ways to stop her from using magic. That might stop us as well.
I don't know.
No, I'm thinking aloud with my companions.
yes.
Well, worst comes to worst, I can hit stuff really hard.
And I know ways of unraveling some magic.
Right.
Have to
So,
figure it out when we get there.
what's our ETA of departure on the Manticores tomorrow? What time are we leaving?
The from where we will have you meet and obtain the manticores, it is approximately an hour-long flight from there. But the goal would be to have the event coincide with when we start the play, which is, of course, when there will be twilight.
Got it.
Well,
Seems
leaving the
simple enough.
timing up to you, we will be where you tell us to be
And fly
when
in,
you tell us to be there.
Indeed.
And this is yeah.
Yeah. So essentially, the plan is that she arranges where you can get the manticores. The goal would be that to coincide the the rescue with the beginning of the festival. She says that you'll need to be careful to not approach too close before guards have been pulled away, or else that defeats the purpose of the plan.
Yeah.
But that timing is when the play is supposed to happen and when they're trying to arrange the diversion, so that's when the guards should leave, assuming that all goes according to the plan. And so that's going to be in the evening. So essentially, right now, you have 24 hours.
24
more or
hours
less.
to prepare.
And for uh, for the guards, are they all humanoid, or are any of them celestial?
Oh, no. I mean, there's absolutely angelic guards. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
That's why we want as few of them there as
Precisely.
possible.
There are also members of the Bright Guard that ride Pegasi.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I'm
Those are the ones
simply
that we are hoping to have drawn away.
yes. I'm simply trying to uh, um, plan for my spell preparedness. I don't want I don't want to prepare for human guards and not be able to affect a celestial.
So I don't think we necessarily need to role play in and out all of these planning purposes. But
No.
if you guys want to do anything else, let me know what you want to do. Otherwise, I am ready to advance the clock to the moment of crisis whenever you're ready.
I'm ready to. Yeah, I don't have any.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, I just won't hit the button on long rest.
Yeah.
Get my spells back.
Yeah. Who has the flying carpet?
Yeah, somebody needs to attune to it, I believe.
No, it just uses
Nope.
a command word.
Okay.
Perhaps I would think
Well, we've
either
been giving Xenophon a lot of
Yeah,
goodies
see,
lately.
see, it's kind of overloaded with stuff for the moment.
I
I
would
think-
think
I think-
either Canthan or Flounce, because
No.
Oh,
No,
Exel.
we're
Give it to
definitely
Exel.
Exel, yeah.
Yeah, give it
Because
to
we're
Exel.
we're up
Okay.
close and personal. We're not. If anybody's gonna be zooming around the battlefield shooting off spells from a distance, it's gonna be Exel. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Exel gets the
That'll work.
Well,
flying
also
carpet.
remember you're all going to be flying Manticore mounts.
right.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, at some point, he was probably going to want to unroll that and start zipping around.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to let us keep the Manticore while we go.
No, the Manticore. So yeah, we're not going to be able to
Yeah,
use Manticore.
at the very least.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and add that to your sheet, Jason. That's
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Am I going
Eldritch blasts from the back of a flying carpet.
to?
Just make sure you don't get blasted off it yourself.
Exactly. Avoid the laws of Newtonian physics and get pushed backwards.
You said it was 4x6, right, Christian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She said it was 4x6.
Yeah, just because the magic item description shows stats for different sizes, but the 4x6 is the one that you have.
Yeah.
And
Let's see. I'm gonna. I don't think Crown of Madness will be a particularly useful spell in this, so yeah. I'm trading that out for sleep. And yeah, that's the only thing my only change for this.
Yeah, I don't want to kill anybody, so I think things like hypnotic pattern and whatnot might be useful here,
Yeah.
and to heal if people do get hurt. But yeah, I'm not looking to hurt these guards if at all possible. We're already committing going to be committing a crime here. I don't want to add murder to the rap sheet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. If I really had to, I could make the entire party invisible with a 6th level spell.
It's pretty potent.
well, we wouldn't be able to make the mounts invisible, so that's no big deal.
I
That's
know.
not helpful.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
like,
gonna see
if-
the Manticores coming.
Yeah.
This map does not bode well.
Dun, 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 dun.
well, you can here.
Uh,
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. I'm gonna put each of you on the turn tracker, and I'm setting up the map right now. Nothing's happening yet, but
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just trying. Uh, my roll 20 is being interesting. It's acting like it's loading up the thing again, so
okay. I don't know what to do with that.
I'm just gonna refresh.
Okay. Okay, so once you you have gone to the appropriate meeting place.
Yep.
And you discover the meeting with the Tamers of the Winged Mane. The Tamers of the Winged Mane are the group of manticore riders from the nearby Heavenly Peaks, and so they have exquisitely trained manticore mounts. There is a brief process by which you are given each one's name, and so if you dismount and it seems dangerous, they may take off again, but they will circle until called.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
and that'll be only if you dismount. If you stay mounted, they will do what you say.
Okay.
But if you get off, they might fly around, but they'll come again when called. For mounted combat rules, they are going to be treated as controlled mounts, which means that they act on your initiative and they do what you tell them, basically.
Right.
So the time has come. It's an hour-long flight, but as you start to draw near, you are drawing near shortly before the glowing moon of Shabe Taban rises in the heavens, and you see the pedestal of judgment appears before the city has faded from view. The 60-foot diameter disc is made from golden rose marble and floats 300 feet above the rocky ground. Green crystals hover near the disc like jeweled spikes adorning a crown. A handful of similar crystals slowly orbit the disc, twinkling in the night sky. And now you know why, when I originally gave you the handout for Afsun Gorbani, she was, of course, encased in green crystal, because
Uh-huh.
I figured that was the prison.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
imprisonment.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. But it appears that this is the means by which prisoners are imprisoned. But so as you are, you're keeping your distance, though, so you don't really see that at level of detail yet. But you see all of those various crystals, several of them hovering nearby, some of them sort of sitting on the disc itself. And then you are, waiting until it's around the time.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wait till we see the Pegasi peel off,
Mm-hmm.
because things have gone, because they desperately need people to help with the city.
Yeah. Well, so here's part of the trick of that, right? Is that if you are close enough to see them leave, you might be close enough for them to see you waiting, right?
Yeah.
So I'm
We're
not
gonna
saying
trust the
it's,
timing rather than watching.
well, that's what I was just going to say, is that I'm leaving your strategy up to you in that regard. If you are waiting until the time and then approaching to where it is a risk that you might be seen, then you may not see them leaving, right? But I'm asking you
Trust
to
the
decide
plan.
how to choose.
We're gonna trust the plan.
Trust
Okay.
the plan.
Yeah,
We all
trust the
agreed.
Plan.
Okay, we're trusting the plan.
All right. So you are currently waiting far enough away that you wouldn't be able to see individuals as small as a Pegasus flying away. You can see the disc, but it's also dark, so it's not like it's super obvious. But likewise, it makes it just as hard for you to see anyone else. But as the time comes, you are you begin your approach.
Yep.
And you approach closer. You fly in, and at least as you start to get close, it would appear that there is no one else there on
Okay.
the circle.
All
You
right.
do see that the overall, like looking at the disc from closer, you see that it has a big ornate sun shape in the center of the disc, and you see lots of these sort of crystals nearby.
Gonna look around for the one with our target.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check.
18.
Okay, you find you. No one else needs to do it.
Yeah.
18 is good enough.
Yeah.
It is this one right here is her.
Okay.
Good. I'll land nearby.
Almost all of the others have people in them.
Yeah.
And so I have you up in the upper corner there. I don't think you can move the Manticore token, and I can't make it do that without losing its ability to have me do its automatic stat rolls. But
Well, I'm just gonna hop off the Manticore
Yeah, all
here,
right.
and if it flies off, then that's fine.
mhm.
Um,
So yep, and I think it sort of paces nearby since nothing else scary seems like it's happening at the moment.
yeah. Any ideas on getting her out of this?
How
Uh,
big is that crystal?
It's,
Mm.
I mean, it's bigger than a man.
I mean, it's like you see the handout of Afsun. It's big enough that she is fully encased in it. Not that much bigger than that.
We're wondering about the weight. Can we take her entirely with us?
I
Tell me what you
Yeah.
try.
Is her crystal anchored to the disc, or is it like floating above it?
It does. It's kind of floating above it, but it's like it seems fixed in place despite floating. Like they're not moving around.
Okay. I'll go around behind it and try and push it closer to the center of the disc.
It kind of it shifts a little bit, but you feel resistance grow as you push it, like it's going to just move back to its spot as soon as you let go.
Okay, so that's not
I-
gonna work.
let me try something, and I would like to cast Dispel Magic at it.
Okay. You use just a regular spell slot.
Yes.
Go ahead and make your ability score modifier check.
Okay. Uh, 2, but that's plus my intelligence, or that's
Yeah.
plus my intelligence and my proficiency. So
Well,
That's
no,
still only
that's
10.
well, you don't add proficiency in these cases.
it's
Oh,
it's-
right, yeah, because you have your special thing. Yeah.
Maturation.
Oh, you're right. So, but unfortunately, 10 is not enough. So you get the sense that this magic is too powerful for that attempt, at least.
I will try a firebolt on the crystal prison.
Okay. So go ahead and make your attack.
23.
Certainly hits.
And let's see what damage I got with that. That was 13.
Okay. Yeah. So the fire does hit it, and you see part of the crystal where it strikes, kind of like melts and chars, and you see cracks forming out around it.
I would like to try that again, but more powerful.
Okay.
So I'll try it with the 5th level.
All right. When you use a 5th level dispel, it just works, and the crystal disappears. Afsun drops to her knees, and is suddenly like awake, but she seems weak, and she just looks up at you and just like, "Oh my."
We're here to rescue you.
We're here to rescue you. Let's get going.
And just as you are saying that, because of course, twilight covers the land as the moon fills the sky. The moonlight suddenly disappears, shrouding the land in darkness, An instant later, with a burst of radiance, the moon returns. In the deepest night of Shabe Taban, daylight washes over Ankaran Cigar. This is, of course, what the festival is all about, is this strange lunar phenomenon where but then a shadow moves across the brightly lit platform. Overhead, silhouettes stand out against the radiant moon. And you look up and see Artavasda and two Bright Guard knights riding Pegasi, floating overhead. And
Yeah, go ahead and putting us on the turn tracker, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I don't think you
Yeah.
guys had any reason to suspect that it
No.
wasn't
No,
going to
no,
have
no,
something.
no,
happen.
no, no.
Yeah.
It was just
But in any case, as this is happening, you see Artavasda looking down at all of you, and he just says, I have to say that I am genuinely disappointed that individuals with minds for justice and hearts for good have chosen to aid criminals and make yourselves criminals in turn.
This woman is no criminal, but this is no criminal, and her imprisonment is unjust. You are acting unjustly.
I'm sorry that you feel that way. I ask that you surrender and face arrest.
No.
Very well. And we're rolling initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We pissed off an angel.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah, it was gonna
Yeah.
happen sooner or later.
All right.
Yeah.
So is Dianok? So why you didn't move your token down, Dianok? You were
Yeah,
down on the you
yeah,
didn't do that from the Manticore, I assume.
no.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
My computer is just
Okay.
not
That's all
liking
right.
Roll20.
We need for Flounce we need to recognize
it's another 13. Yeah.
well, I was just going to say Artavasda definitely has a higher modifier than you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No question.
All right, so that makes
Oh, there it is. Okay.
How about Xenophon and the Knights there?
okay, yeah, the knights. Come on. All right. The knights have a +0.
For Dex?
Yes.
Mine's +6.
Okay.
No, not +6. I'm looking at my saving throw. My +1.
Okay, well, then you still succeed. Go before them. Okay, so you all have the names of your mounts as they can come and join you on your command. It takes half your movement speed to mount them, to climb aboard, so to speak, if you wanted to get in the air. But in the meantime, Artavasda says, "So be it." And Canthan, it is your turn.
Yeah. Don't have great missile weapons, so I am going to take up a defensive stand. You know what? Yeah, going to take the dodge action.
Okay. All right. It is.
And I've drawn my halberd.
Yeah. Okay. It is Artavasda's turn, and I think specifically because you, Xenophon, had been the one taking the lead, speaking to him. You
Makes
see
sense.
him glare down at you, and you can see suddenly his form seems to become strangely hyper real, as though all of a sudden everything else in the world is fading away as an illusion. And you suddenly are imagining, um, like you're receiving visions that feel like they must be of the future, except you're seeing 1,000 different versions of the future, and it's hard to understand what might be happening. Except that in a whole lot of them, you find yourself embedded in one of these crystal prisons, and I need you to make a say. It actually doesn't say which saving throw. I am assuming it must be a wisdom.
Well, yeah.
Is that a spell?
No.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
that's gonna got great. Super not great.
Yeah. So you are gonna. Okay. So you are going to take 33 psychic damage.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yes.
Bonk.
And have disadvantage on attack rolls until the start of Artavazda's next turn.
Yeah. Bonk.
Yeah. And then it is your turn, Flounce.
Okay. So, got a crossbow.
Mhm.
This seems ideal. Let's see.
We
who's
probably
the
don't want to bunch
target?
up either, so moving
Yeah.
away might be a good idea.
Yeah, I'm going to. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Just remember
I'm
it.
gonna bop on over to here, and I'm actually not gonna mess with the angel. I'm gonna shoot at one of the Pegasuses. Let's see how far they are away. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot this lead Pegasi
All right.
with a heavy crossbow.
Okay.
And that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That certainly hits.
And that is. Why am I getting a 1? 6. No, it's a 1 points of damage. I don't know why it's rolling giant smite when I'm with a heavy crossbow.
I think it.
I'll figure that out later. Anyway,
Also,
1 point of damage to the pony.
1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
You don't have any
piercing
modifier.
damage.
Oh, okay. You don't have dex. That's right.
No.
All right. Well, 1 point. Yep. You knock off one of the outside feathers on its wing.
I do get one more. Let me try that again.
Crossbow is loading. You need
Crossbow's
to have.
loading.
yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crossbow expert you'd need for
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So can't do that. All right. Never mind.
Okay. Well, no, you have indicated your intentions at least.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Exel.
Jason, you
Right. Fighting an angel, eh? I'm gonna go ahead and Eldritch Blast it.
All right.
Let's see how that works for right now. I've never fought an angel. 11
An 11 is not going to hit.
and with a 15.
Unfortunately, 15 is deflected by his golden breastplate.
Wink.
Right. And as a bonus action, I will use Form of Dread.
Okay.
Let's see about my hit points. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay.
Wow. 2 hit points.
Didn't mean to.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay. So that makes it Deanok's turn.
So, Deanok is gonna move over here, which is 30 feet, and gonna cast the lightning bolt. Actually, let me just make sure So, 100 feet long. Okay. And 5 feet wide. So that's uh so that would get both of the
You want it on
Pegasi.
yeah, you want it on the Pegasi and the Knights as opposed to Artavasta?
Well,
Or are you trying
see,
to like
would that get
yeah, you know
this?
what? I will allow that you have lucked into for a moment they are actually all lined up in a useful way.
Sure, I'll
Sure.
take it.
Yeah.
That is a deck save.
All right. So first, Artavasta is making the save. He gets a 12.
Oh, and that is a failure.
Yeah. So go ahead and tell me damage.
21 damage.
21 damage.
Yeah.
All right. He takes it and seems startled. Like what? How? Okay. So for the others, I feel like you have to choose whether you're attacking the Pegasi or the knights riding them.
I would go with the Pegasi
Okay.
first.
Yeah. All right. That makes sense. So first, I'll say that the right hand one gets a 23.
That's a success.
Yeah. And then the left hand one gets a 12. So 12 for 21 damage for the one that failed and 10 for the other?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem to enjoy that. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it.
Okay. Xenophon, your turn.
How is our is my elf friend?
She looks exhausted, but she is conscious. She is not physically injured. Um, so that's just what you can tell just by looking.
Okay.
I did add her to the turn tracker note.
Oh, I didn't see she was on the turn tracker herself. Okay, so I am going to summon Zasis, my manticore to come to me.
Okay.
I think I need to be mobile.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I will turn to I see Flounce. Let's see. Canton's not in combat yet, but he soon will be. But Flounce will probably shoot next. So, Flounce, you're shooting an angel and fighting against the sky. May my inspiration help you, no lie, and you get an inspiration die.
Right. So the manticore had to fly 40 feet to get to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can use 15 feet of your own movement to board it, and it would have another 10 feet of movement left.
Okay. Then I want to go to here.
All right.
Yeah, let's move. Let's.
I don't think I can easily make the manticore move.
Okay, so then then I'll just I'll just say
actually, you know what? Let me see if I can do this. Do it like this.
I want to get out of range of that boyo.
Okay.
I am squishy and I'm hurt pretty bad. I mean, he does that to me again. I could go.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. You should all be able to move the manticore tokens now. So.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Did you do anything else? You should still have your action, right?
I do have my action. Unfortunately, I have most of my stuff is wisdom based, and he's wise. Yeah. I'm not actually sure. And I think they're okay. I'll try. I think they're immune to radiant damage, but I'll give it a shot. So I will. I think he's actually in range for me. No, he's not. 15, 20, 25, 30. No, he's not even in range. He's not even in range of anything I can do. So I've got nothing.
I mean, he would have been if you moved towards him instead of away, but
yeah, but I'm half my hit points are gone. in
No,
one shot.
I'm just saying. You
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
tell me what you want to do because
Yeah,
right
no,
now
no,
you have no
Your
action.
wounds on yourself.
What's that?
Use the
Your
dodge
wounds
action.
on yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah. I'll cure. Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'll cast cure.
Yeah.
I'll cast cure wounds at third level myself. I'm more worried about everybody else, but
Mhm.
you know.
Well, I
All right.
mean, you're the one who's hurt right now, so cure yourself.
Okay, so I get
Mhm.
18 back.
All right. Okay. So, that makes it the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. This knight is gonna swoop down, and the knight hops off, and he is going to attempt to shove you off of the disc. Do you not?
Okay. Wow. That's
So he is making an athletics check. I believe that's how the
and
shove works.
acrobatics or athletics from me.
Yep. He got a 14.
I got an 18.
Okay, so
Acrobatics. So
yeah,
he
so
tries to shove me, shove Dianok, and Dianok just goes under the arms.
yeah, he tries again.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got a 22.
Oh well, there you go. He got a 10 that time. So yeah, you have ducked out of the way twice as he attempted to shove you off, and he looks annoyed by that. The Pegasus is flying up and around as well. The just like your manticores are trained to do.
Yeah.
This one is flying down to hack at you with his sword flounce.
Okay.
He's got a great sword. He's going to swing it at you twice from atop the. Let's see.
Pegasus Cavalry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gets a 14 with the first one, and then
Nope.
an 11.
Nope.
Okay.
Little bunny ducks under.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right, so we're back at the top of the turn order, and now that Afsun has been able to recover a little bit, she does still look weak, but she stands up, and yeah, what does she do? Oh, can she do that on? Oh, that's self only. Yeah, she's going to cast let's see. I think everyone's got the manticores there. So she's going to cast sorry, I'm just looking through all of her spells,
Yeah.
and like some of them are useful for different things. You know what? She's going to cast lightning bolt on Artavasta.
I can't argue that.
Yeah. He's got to make a.
Is it just start of Asta in this case?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he's way up in the air. He's not in.
Makes sense.
He's not actually in a horizontal straight line. He fails his save, and that's going to be another 25 lightning damage for him.
Zorp.
Yeah, and I think that she looks up to him and says, "It was our desire to do this nonviolently, but we will not be subjugated. Let us leave, and there will be no more violence from us." And that makes it your turn, Canthan.
Okay, here's what I want to try to do.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 attacks.
Yeah.
I want to run over to the knight who's on his feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and shove him twice
Okay.
to get him off the edge. And if that works, I want to make the third one to grapple him so
Okay.
that I've got him like on the edge of falling. But
Mhm.
so this would require all three of those things to work, but that's what I'm after.
Okay.
Okay. So run over to there,
Mhm.
take my halberd and shove him with the staff, with the haft,
Mm-hmm.
and my athletics check is a 15.
Okay, that succeeds.
Okay.
Shove him once.
So step in, shove him again.
All right.
That's only a 10.
Okay. Well, we'll see what he gets. Critical fail.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh,
And he's teetering. He's like, whoa, whoa.
Yep. And now I want to grab him.
Okay.
I think that's also an athletics check.
It will be, but I'm actually going to allow that this will work because he's cooperative.
Okay. Yeah. So
He is not trying to stop you from grabbing him.
and I'll just say, drop your weapons.
Okay. So who are you saying that just to him or to?
Yeah, just to him. Just to him.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay. 18 this time.
18 is pretty good because you can see the wheels turning in his head because on the one hand he's got his Pegasus mount just right nearby.
Yeah.
And you can see him kind of doing the math is like, could it save me if I fell? Would I fall too fast? Could it catch me?
So he's doing the math. Anyways, I'm fine for ending the round there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what he does on his turn.
Yeah.
But you've got him there. Okay. So let's see. Artavazda is gonna fly in, and I think he's about 15 feet over the top of the disc here. Gonna fly in. What does he want to do? He's got a great big fancy mace.
Of course he does.
Yeah. You know what? I think what he does actually. What? Yeah. You know what? I think he is prioritizing on the criminals as opposed to rescuing the knight.
Mm-hmm.
And he is actually going to. He was up here, right? Let's see. How far can he actually move on his fly?
Is he?
He's probably got plenty of move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think. Gosh.
I mean, he has.
I'm just trying to put myself in his head, you know.
I mean, yeah, he's. I think. Public Enemy number 1 and 2 are me.
You know what? I think Canthan, you're the one that has just proven yourself a threat, and so he is actually just going to come down and start to wail on you with his mace.
Oh.
Okay.
He's going to make 3 swings against you.
All right.
The first is a 17.
That barely hits.
Okay, so the 17 is going to do 7 bludgeoning and 16 radiant damage.
Okay, 23 total.
Yeah. The second attack is a 14 to hit, so that'll miss.
Miss.
And then a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that
for
one hits.
11 bludgeoning and 14 radiant.
So another 24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
25.
I can't
25 for that last one, but
okay.
Yeah.
I'm still up. I can't take another round like that, but I'm still up.
Yeah. Okay, and I think you can hear him proclaiming as he attacks that none of this is as it needed to be. You have chosen this path, that sort of thing. Flounce, you're up.
Okay, so I'm going to use Bunny Hop to get out of this guy's melee range.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4. And it takes me 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use another 5 feet, and I'm going to hit him a couple of times with a sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So first one's a 19.
All right. Did we establish that your moon touch sword is magical damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, just wanted to confirm.
Yep. It is a magic item.
19 does hit. Yeah.
19 does hit.
Yep.
Okay. And I have to do it two-handed, so that is 9 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
And second attack is going to be a 23
Also hits.
for 7 points of slashing damage. And you're a lot of talk about nonviolence, but I think your actions are proving otherwise to him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep. He did ask you to surrender.
He
Mhm.
did ask us to surrender, but I'm talking about his treatment of his people.
Hmm.
Not
Well.
not his treatment of us.
I mean, he's not being violent towards his people. They know what they signed up for. They're serving a holy mission, and they'll go to the afterlife when they die.
Right. Just like this guy that Canthan is preventing from falling off of a disc.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying is that from his perspective, this is a holy warrior, and if he dies in battle in the service of the Sunweaver, that is good for him. That's the best possible outcome for him.
Yeah.
In any case, that was Flounce's turn. Exel, you're up.
Okay, let's see here. The angel has come down, so might as well get some more assistance in here. And I will cast Summon Beast. And I will summon the terrestrial beast spirit.
Okay.
And I will put it right beside our good old friend, the angel there.
Okay.
Beside him and Canthan.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll. Here, it's going to be this coyote.
Oh, that's fine.
Why is it? Oh,
Coyote.
it's from way back in that God's Breath one, where it's the dire coyote. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that will be my turn because I cast
Okay.
a spell, and it will go at the end of my turn on my initiative, and it has pack tactics, so it will attack the angel.
Okay.
That is my modifier is a +4. I think it is. Yeah, for my spell casting. Yep, +4.
All right.
So we'll do that.
oh, I can't use that here. Damn it.
20 +4.
Mm-hmm.
14.
14 is not enough, unfortunately. It's deflected by his armor.
Oh, wait, and Canthan's beside it, so I get advantage. I'm sorry.
That's true, you do.
17.
Mhm.
Does 17 hit?
It does. It does.
Nice. Although, now, would the damage from this, since I summoned it with a spell, be magic, or would it just be regular?
Usually it will say if it is or not.
Okay, let's see here. Doesn't say, so it looks like it's just regular.
Which is the spell? Summon?
Summon Beast.
Okay.
Oh, wait, actually, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if it doesn't say, then it's not.
Yeah, so, yeah, but it's fine. It's 1d4, 1d8 +4 plus the spell's level, which is, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's a second level spell for me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so it's a 1d8 +6.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 points.
Okay. It looks like this non-magical damage is somewhat resisted, but he scratches at him for sure.
Alrighty. And that'll be my turn.
Okay, Dianok.
You know, you came here because you're here because of demons. Almost feel like oh, your actions almost feel demonic in how they go and how they uh, in their results. And I'm going to cast Hold Monster.
Okay. All right.
Wisdom save.
All right. Let me make sure he doesn't have something weird related to that. I don't think so. Oh, he does have advantage against on saving throws.
Figured.
Yeah. And yeah, I got a 24.
Okay, he's saved.
Yeah,
Hmm.
not likely to work on that one.
Yeah.
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 Well, figured I'd try.
Mm-hmm.
But I did say what I said.
Sure, sure. Okay, do you do anything else?
I am
You're
going
right there on
to,
the edge of this
yeah.
disc looking 300 feet down.
And this guy almost threw you off a moment ago.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm just gonna move there.
Sure. Let's try to keep these turns moving along. These
Yep.
rounds have
Go
been
ahead.
going really long. All right,
Yep.
thanks. So Xenophon, your turn.
I'm going to fly over here with the Manticore, and I'm going to reach over and touch Canthan and give him a cure wounds. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's give you some third level healing there, Canthan. So you get 16 points back. And
Okay.
I will give you inspiration, just like I did Flounce. So
Okay.
this angel is unjust. May your blows turn and do what you must.
Okay, so that I think we have Canthan and Flounce that should have in it.
Yes,
Yep.
they both have
Yeah.
inspiration at this point.
Mhm.
Okay, so I move 5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, I can move back here and do that. Let's get a little way from
That
Okay.
piece of drama.
So
Yeah.
in theory, the knight there could make an opportunity attack, but he does not, given that he's hanging
Yeah, I
off
mean-
the side of the.
he's hanging over the side with Canthan there.
Mhm.
I didn't think he was going to give
Yeah.
that a shot. Give that a go.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He could have tried to pull you off your manticore.
Okay,
and-
well, okay, we're not doing,
Yeah.
but
Yep,
we didn't. But he
okay,
didn't.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah,
All
he
right.
did.
along.
He did.
All right.
Yeah.
So it is the knight's turn. That knight calls his Pegasus, who flies down to underneath him, and he's going to try to break the grapple.
Oh,
Okay.
And so, oh, but he gets a 9.
22.
He
Is he going to swoop away with me holding on to him?
oh boy.
Well, I don't know that he like. I don't think that with you grappling him and him on the side, like I don't think he can effectively mount the
Right.
Pegasus. Right? It takes
Right.
15 feet of movement to do that, and if he's still grappled, then he doesn't have the movement. But it is prepared to catch him should he fall.
Right.
But he used his action already to do that, so
Right.
he really can't do anything else. He doesn't look like he's prepared to drop his sword, but he is definitely scared, and he's angry at you also.
Okay.
Okay, and that's that one. But the other knight is going to, let's see, I think he's going to fly overhead and attack you, Canthan.
Okay.
And so he is gonna make 2 great sword swings. 13 to hit, and then an 18
Nope.
to hit.
18 hits.
for 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
All right. It is Afsun's turn.
Christiana, it's
yeah?
10 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
and I would like to request that we stop at the top of the round.
Okay. Yes, so we're at the top of the round now, and we can absolutely do that. Although I will just let you know, like, this is like the end. So like it's so
No, I
but
understand.
that's all right. It is our normal stopping time, so we will do that for tonight. So we will have to leave things at a cliffhanger here with the battle.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes, and so we will have to wait until next week to find out how this adventure continues on so many levels.
So
Okay.
many levels.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
I do need to drop off.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
night.
good night.
See you next time,
Good night,
folks.
guys.
Good game.
Oh,
Lots of fun.
Oh yeah.
I had, man,